Hi Stitchy friends, I'm Kelsey from the Cross Stitch Farmhouse and this is Flosstube number 3. It is February 15th, so happy Valentine's Day yesterday. I hope you all had a great day. My husband and I aren't huge Valentine's celebrators. My birthday's on the 17th, so I would just rather wait and celebrate and do something fun on that day. But he did surprise me after work and took me to Home Depot and we bought stuff to do a huge herb garden. So that was really sweet of him. He's going to make me like raised garden beds that I can set along the fence line. It's going to be really cute. So for us, that was our little Valentine's thing. He knows that the cats in this house would destroy a flower bouquet if he had one sent. And so I'm like, don't waste your money. So he thought of a creative way to still get me something, but something the cats can't eat. Let me think, what has been going on? In January, the beginning of the month wasn't too bad. We had a lot of fun with the kids. We went and saw the new Spider-Man movie. If you're a Marvel fan, I'm sure you've already seen it. I won't ruin it, but it got to me. So we did that. And then my daughter for Christmas, it was like Christmas of 2019, so a while ago, we got her tickets to go see JoJo Siwa. If you have a little girl, I'm sure you know who JoJo is. And so everything shut down, and so they kept like postponing the concert. And finally she came to the town nearest us, and I got to take my daughter to that. It was the funnest night. My daughter, I wasn't sure if she was still going to really be into JoJo. She's a little older now. She's starting to like more, music that I like is what she's starting to get into. So I was worried JoJo would be too little kiddish for her, but she had the most fun. She cried when JoJo came on stage, first of all, which was the cutest thing. She was just bawling and I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm just so happy. So it was just great to see her having fun. She knew the words to every song, so she was just jamming and dancing. It was a great time. JoJo knows how to put on a performance, so if you have a little girl, take them. It's so much fun. And then towards the end of January, I took on a project. Somebody hired me to redo their entire bedroom set. So it was like 2 dressers, a headboard, a footboard, a big mirror. They wanted it all painted and distressed and just look really vintagey farmhouse. So that was taking up a lot of my time. And then we all came down with the Rona. So my husband got sick first. He gave it to me. And then my son got it eventually. Jaden's the only one that didn't, but she had it towards the beginning of the school year. It's been going around their school, so it was only a matter of time. But my husband and I were down for about a week. My son was fine. He had a fever one day, and then the next day he was completely fine. But my husband and I took a little longer. We were just not feeling great, so I didn't get any stitching done. I had a killer headache. But he's back at work. I'm feeling great. My cough is pretty much gone. So yeah, we're back to life now, and that's why I was gone for so long. So I'm sorry. I know I had just said in the last video, I had planned on trying to film one about every 2 or 3 weeks, and it's been like, it might have been a little over a month. And so I was like, man, I really need to film one. But I didn't want to be coughing and just sounding really nasty on here. So that's why. But I have quite a bit to show you guys, so that's the one good thing. I at least have a decent amount of things to share with you today. But I did have a couple quick questions on the last video, so let me get to those first. Somebody asked, where do I live? So we live in California. We're in like the Central Valley, I guess it would be considered. We're kind of near Bakersfield, I'll say that. So I like it here. The weather's starting to get a little more springish. It's getting me in the mood for gardening. I know a lot of you garden as well. At least a lot of the ones I follow on Instagram, that's something we have in common. So I'm loving seeing all the plants coming out. I cannot wait for tomato growing. I'm getting excited. And then how do you put a ruffle finish? So last video I showed that snowman that I had finished and he had a ruffle. So I'll try and explain it as best I can, but if you're a visual person and you would like me to film more of a tutorial so you can see step by step, let me know and I will film one, but today I'll just kind of explain it. So let me show my big fabric. What I like to do, I like that really raw edge look to a ruffle. Excuse me. So I'll take my fabric, I think I did it on this side. Maybe not, but I'll take this and I'll measure in like maybe an inch or so, and I'll just put a starter cut and then I rip it. And that gives it that really raw, thready edge, and you can just clip off any excess. And then once you have that, so this is obviously not the size you would want, but for demonstration purposes, I'll just use this because it was laying over there. So if, like, say my finger's the needle, you're going to go down and then up and down and up. And you're just going to do that over and over and over. Make sure you tie a knot at the end so it doesn't slip off. But you'll end up with it looking kind of, I mean, obviously it'll look better than this, but so that way when you fan it out, that's what gives it that ruffle. Like I said, I know I'm more of a visual person, so if that just didn't make any sense, let me know. And I have a pattern I'm gonna finish soon, and I'm thinking of putting a ruffle around that. So I could film it and add a tutorial video for those who would like a really walked through version of it. So let me know. And then somebody also asked about the quilt blocks I normally have back there. So I pulled them down and brought them over here, and I'll share those at the end of the video. I don't have very many, but just in case anyone's not interested, that'll just be kind of the ending of the video. So if they don't care, they don't have to watch that part. Okay, I have a couple of previous finishes. If you hear nails, it's my dog walking around. Lay down, babe. So this first one is a Valentine's finish. So I thought that would be fun to show. And this is Be Mine from Stitching with the Housewives. I'll give you a really good close-up. And I put this on the barn from Hobby Lobby. These were so popular, and I had a really hard time finding one for a while. I think they got them again this year, so if you want one, go check their spring section right now because they go so quick and they are so hard to find, or they were in my area anyway. But I finished it on that, and I just did a little ribbon at the bottom of the sticky board. And this is either evening blue Rit dyed fabric, or it might be evening blue and denim blue mixed. I'm really bad about keeping track of which fabric I used what color dye on. But I dunked it in cold tea coffee to give it that really dirtied up look. And I love this one. I'm hoping to do more of their Valentine's designs on this fabric because that blue just really pops with the pink and the black and the yellows that they use. So love it. And I think I dyed a yard of that fabric, so I have quite a bit. Okay, and then this one is more just a spring design. It's by Little House Needleworks, and it's called Hen Party. So this is another one that I did a couple years ago. My kids used to really love running through the sprinklers in the backyard. So I remember specifically, I stitched this while I was sitting out in the backyard with them, letting them run through the sprinkler during the summer. So it was just like a week's worth of backyard time, and I got it done. I love the little chickens. And again, this is a little ruffle finish I did. This is one of the first ruffle finishes, so it is not my best, but whatever. It just sits in my hutch, so I'm not worried about it. And I put it on a little frame from Walmart. Really love that one. Okay, and then I had a couple of finishes since the last time I've been here. So these were both little Valentine's pillows that I wanted to do for my dough bowl. I had talked about that last time. I got one at Hobby Lobby, and I would love to do a lot of little seasonal smalls that I can turn into pillows and just have little dough bowl display for each season on the table. So I found these on Etsy. I wasn't able to print the cover pictures. Our printer, it died on us, and I need to order a new one, and I just haven't. So I use my iPad for these. But they're both from Primitive Stitchin is the designer name, and that's their Etsy page. This first one is called Key to Love. And I just made it into a really simple little pillow. I didn't do any trim, nothing crazy. Just used a red ticking on the back. And this was just a really quick little Valentine stitch. I was hoping to get like 4 or 5 of them done and have the bowl full for Valentine's Day, but I'm telling you, I could not stitch it all when I wasn't feeling good, and I just fell behind, but that's okay. There's always next year. But then the second one is from the same designer, and it's called Hearts Unite. And I just love these old primitive looking designs. The little, what is that called? Like a tailcoat or something. I love it. And I use the same fabric on this one. And then a couple of the other charts, I have like a red and tan gingham I think I'll use, and they'll all kind of pull together. But these were fun. They both took me about a day each. And I love them. I put them in that dough bowl with little gingham hearts, and it was so cute. But like I said, hopefully next year it'll be a lot fuller, more pillows. Okay, I have a couple of whips to show you guys. I'll start with a favorite of mine, and all of you seem to really love it too. And it's Santa's Village by Cottage Needleworks. A lot of you have commented that you've either done this one or seeing mine, you want to start it now. And I totally encourage you, if you have not stitched these, start this series. It is so fun, and the colors are beautiful. But I think last time I was in the middle of chart number 2, so I'll show you that one again. That's Poinsettia Place. And then now I've started chart number 3, which is North Pole Post Office. So there's that. I'm trying not to get a glare. Every time I go to film, it's overcast and I have to turn a light on in here. That's just my luck, I guess. But here's what I have done so far. I hope it's all in frame. I'm using all the called for colors, and I love how the white pops on this. I'll fold it and give you a close-up of the third chart since that's the one I'm working on right now. I love those little letters. So fun. I only have a little bit left to do up here and then the greenery at the bottom. So I'm really hoping I can get this one finished up maybe today. I almost dropped my needle. Whoops. And like I said, I'm trying to do one a month. So the first of each month, I start the new chart. And it's hard to put down. It's one that sometimes I just want to keep going into the next chart, but I'm trying not to burn myself out on it. So I'm really trying to stick to the one a month, but it's such a fun one. Okay, and here's the second series I'm working on, which is also a one a month chart. And it's Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks. Again, I'm using all the called for colors and the called for fabric. But here's chart number 2, and it's called The Old Farmhouse. And here's what I have done. Not as much on this one. I think I've only worked on it one day. I got the border done, a little bit of the roof, and some trees. But once I get that Santa's Village finished up today, I'm probably going to really work on this one throughout the week and hopefully have it done by maybe this weekend. I don't know what it is about series lately, but I'm just wanting to start like all these series projects. And I'm like, where do you think you have the time for this? But I've been eyeballing, I think it's called Early America or Early American by Little House Needleworks also, I believe. And it has like the Paul Revere. Who else was on there? Maybe Martha Washington. It was just a bunch of people like that in their little houses, and I'm like, that would be such a fun series. So if you see me ordering those charts soon, don't judge me. Okay, this one was gonna be haul, but I could not wait to start it anymore. It's by Nikyscreations, and it's called Animal Farm. We all know that we're an animal family, and so that little cat and the rooster, so cute. But here's what I have done on that. Not too much. And I did have to switch, I think, one color so far. It just was too similar. So on the cat, I thought the called for were too similar, so I switched out the little patch color. But I am stitching this on the called for fabric. It's been okay, but it's a 32 count, which I'm not a huge fan of the smaller fabrics. So this one only really gets worked on in the mornings, and then after that I have to put it away. It's too hard for my eyes to focus on those little tiny holes. So early morning light. So this one might take a little bit, but that's okay. And then this was one that I randomly pulled out the other day. I had started it last year. If you guys have followed me on Instagram for a while, you'll know last year my kids, when they first went back to school, it was way shorter days than they normally had. And so I would show up early to wait in the pickup line and do like a car pickup stitching time. And so this is what I was working on for that. And it's by Teresa Kogut, and it's called Stand Firm. Really love this one. He's so cute. I love him. So I worked on that a little this last week, and here's what I have so far. That border is a beast. It's so big, and it's so much blue, but it's going okay. The only thing about this, I'm using all the called for, and I'm not really sure about the white. I feel like it blends in too much to my fabric. I think it's beige by Weeks Dye Works, and I'm tempted to pull it out and use a bright white. I'm just not sure. So if you guys have any suggestions of whites that you think would look good on here, let me know. I'd appreciate it, because I'm really torn whether I want to just keep going and add back stitching around it or pull it out, because I don't have too much done. It would still be doable to pull it out and change to a bright white. So I don't know. I'm really torn. Let me know what you guys think. I would love opinions. I asked my husband, and he was really no help. Okay, I have a little bit of haul. I'm waiting on a package to get here from 123 Stitch, but I was going to wait until it got here to film this, but I thought, whatever. I'll just have extra to show next time. Plus, market's coming up, and oh my gosh, you guys. There's so many charts already I've seen that I'm like, I need these. So I will probably have a ton to show in the next, maybe not next video, but the one after. I'm so excited for market. But anyway, off topic. This is from Prairie Schooler. It's called Barn Cats. And as you all know, I'm a crazy cat lady. I love cats. And I actually have a cat that looks like this guy right here. And his name's Hamish. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I post him all the time. He's my little stitching buddy. He's always curled up in my lap. He's just the best. So I thought that would be fun to stitch that up and either have it in our room or maybe 1 month out of the year do like my hutch all filled with cat stitching. It would be fun for me anyway. So we'll see. And then I also got From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and this is called Mini Spring. And this is just a little small one, so I could probably get it done pretty quick and have it either in a tiered tray or maybe make it into a pillow and just have it leaning up against something. So I don't know. I might change the colors just to what I have and get this one started pretty soon. Okay, and then I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I really loved the wood beads, and it's too big, but I really loved this on it that I showed in my first video. It's upside down. But I love it for this. It's just a little too big. So my husband said he could take this and cut it down to the size that I need. He'll like completely take it apart, cut it down, and then glue everything back together for me. So it'll be getting a makeover, but I just loved this detail and I really, really want that piece on it. So he's gonna make that happen for me. I probably won't do it soon. He has a couple projects he's working on in the garage, and I'm already trying to get him to build garden boxes, and I still want that fireplace. So I'm gonna leave him alone for a little bit and let him finish some cabinets he's making before I bug him with cross stitch stuff. And I can't get Christmas finishing stuff right now anyway, so I have plenty of time. And then I also found this. It was in a clearance section that they had at Hobby Lobby. And I want to say, oh yeah, it is on here. It was $6. So I really loved how the wood's just kind of, you know, aged and tattered looking. And it doesn't have a backing, but it has the little indents. So I could put sticky board in there with fabric and then just put my cross stitch on top. So they had like 3 of them, and I'm a little sad that I didn't buy all 3, but I didn't want to be greedy. So I'll find something to go in that. Okay, that's all my stitching. I did want to say really quick though, I had another Flosstuber. It was Little Town Needleworks. They shouted me out this week. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. A lot of new followers have come over from you guys and started following me. So thank you, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. And they recently just opened their own Etsy shop. So really cute project bags. They have these little cross stitch clutches that you can put your needle and your fabric in. I'm probably gonna go order a bag from them today. They're super cute. So if you don't watch them, check them out. They're really funny. They stitch a lot of cute stuff. And like I said, they have really great project bags. So go check those out. Okay, that's all my stitching though. So if you're not interested in the quilt blocks, feel free to sign off. But I am going to share these really quick. So these are all from the Lori Holt Farm Girl Vintage books. So it's a combination of books 1 and 2. I'm just kind of mix and matching the ones that I like the best, and eventually I'll make a big quilt out of them. So this is the first one I did. I think this was from book number 1, and it's the barn, obviously. Then I also, so this is the only one that I believe is from book number 1. I think all the rest of these are from book 2. I'm pretty sure. But here's another one. This is another 12-inch block, and this is the bee. I love this one so much. It has little stitched antennas. But that was a fun one. And then, of course, have to have a beehive. So these are all the 6 inches now. So I have that one. have a little flower. Here's a crow. And my favorite is a little cowgirl boot. I love this teal color. So like I said, I don't have too many of them done. I don't know. I get in moods sometimes where all I want to do is quilt, and I'll knock out, you know, a couple blocks, or, you know, I've done a couple simpler quilts, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done for a while. So I'm kind of getting in the mood again to work on these. So if I do, I'll add them at the end of my videos. But like I said, it's not something I do all the time. So it'll just be here and there. I did see, however, I watched Lori Holt came out with that new, I think it's called Chicken Salad, the fabric and the applique quilt. So cute. I watched her whole tutorial on how to do those applique chickens. I'm not sure that I could do that. I could figure it out probably, but it seemed like a lot. But I loved at the end how she added that you could always use these books and do quilt blocks that were just like the mama hen, the rooster, and the baby chicks, and kind of substitute those for the applique. So I'm really tempted to go buy that chicken salad quilt kit. The fabric is so cute. Or even she talked about using the kitchen themed blocks for that. That's another really cute idea. So we'll see. I'm really tempted to go order it and try it out. If any of you have worked on that, or you're in the process of doing that one, let me know. I would love to go look if you've posted pictures on Instagram and see your guys' progress on that, because it's so cute. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you if you're returning. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're new, welcome. So happy to have you all here. Hopefully my next video won't take a month. I'm hoping for about 3 weeks I'll post another one, and that'll be right around market time. So hopefully we'll have lots to talk about then. If there's anything you want me to share or talk about on here, leave me a comment and let me know. I love interacting with you guys on there, and I want to make sure I'm showing you guys stuff that you're interested in. So until next time, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're getting in lots of stitching time. All right, bye guys. Hey Flosstubers, I just wanted to jump back on here really quick at the end of the video. I mixed up the name again. The Etsy shop that had the great project bags, it's Small Town Needleworks. And I accidentally said Little Town Needleworks, so sorry about that. Small Town Needleworks, go check them out on Etsy. They have the cutest project bags and the little clutches. And then, like I said, they also have a Flosstube. They're super funny. They share really great projects. So go check them out. All right.